Hi, friends. A most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena for the second half of a two-game weekend set between the University of Delaware Blue Hens women's ACHA team and the Liberty University Flames. Delaware, after a win over Villanova last week, won their home opener last night, defeating Liberty by a tally of 7-3. And they look to keep that momentum going here this afternoon. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Production assistant Eli Swope stepping in on camera duty to get us started here this afternoon. And glad to have all of you with us from wherever you may be. Joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather Ray Long. And Heather, if you're tuning in, happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying a well-deserved day of rest with family. And we're absolutely grateful for your partnership and your support of hockey in and around the First State and of the Philadelphia market as well. And today we turn our attention to the original University of Delaware women's hockey program, the ACHA Division II squad, who've been playing out of Fred Rust Arena since 2003. Looking to go 3-0 to start the season under first-year head coach Joe Duca. Delaware will be backstopped today by Molly Rosenzweig out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Statistics for the first two games were not made available, but we can tell you a 4-3 win over Villanova and a 7-3 win over Liberty, setting the stage for this Delaware team to take home ice for the second time this season. We are going to take a timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. It's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. We'll see you in a couple minutes for today's opening introductions.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Pre-game warm-ups nearing their conclusion. And momentarily, we'll be taking you inside the glass for today's opening introductions. Delaware off the power of back-to-back wins coming into this game. Looking to improve to 3-0-0 under the leadership of first-year head coach Joe Duca. And we're going to take you inside the glass right now as we get ready to meet the starters for the Flames and the Blue Hens. Hockey fans, good afternoon and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference present a women's Division II matchup between the visiting Liberty University Flames and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet this afternoon's starting lineups. For the visiting Liberty Flames, coached by Rena Leone. Starting in goal from Export, Pennsylvania, number 27, Abby Mansevich. On defense, from Parrish, Florida, number 47, Madison Natter. And from Kent, Washington, number 49, Emma Wallace. At left wing from Canton, Michigan, number 70, Allison Galitis. At right wing from Edmonton, Alberta, number 41, Ella Mormon. And starting at center from Woodstock, Ontario, number 20, Ariana Pastor. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, number 13, Molly Rosenzweig. At left wing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 24, Jemiah Alexander. At right wing from Morristown, New Jersey, number 93, Izzy Camerata. Starting at center from Millersville, Pennsylvania, number 20, C.C. Charles. And on defense from Robbinsville, New Jersey, number 12, Amelie Perez. And from Wilmington, Delaware, alternate captain, number 7, Effie Hill. Your Blue Hens are coached by Joe Duca. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Stephanie Beeman and Anthony Saracola. Fans, at this time, we direct your attention to the American flag located above center ice. As first, we pay tribute to our friends and neighbors to the north with the singing of O Canada, followed immediately by the Star-Spangled Banner. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And we're ready for some Sunday afternoon hockey in the first state. With pregame introductions in our rearview mirror. And the Delaware Blue Hens taking to home ice in their home white kits. Blue pants, blue helmets, blue block numbers. They travel from left to right from our vantage point here in opening period play. Liberty in their away red kits, white helmets, navy blue pants, navy blue numbers, moving right to left as we start things off here this afternoon. Abby Mansevich getting the start for the Flames this afternoon. Natter and Wallace on the defensive. Galitis, Pastor, and Mormon handling starting forward duty. And on the Delaware side of the red line, the old standbys in C.C. Charles and Izzy Camerata, joined by Jemiah Alexander. For the first shift of the game, Perez and Hill back at the blue line. Molly Rosenzweig getting the call between the pipes. Anthony Saracola with the opening puck drop, and off we go in the first state. Hill in front of her own bench tries to backhand the puck up the left wing boards. She got some support from Charles. That puck was tied up though, and the Hens are back in their own zone. Galitis trying to hold the left point off a failed Amelie Perez clear. Here's Charles with space and a quick one-on-one, only 20 seconds in. Quick shot from right between the train tracks, kicked aside by Mansevich. First shot on goal of the game from C.C. Charles of the Delaware Blue Hens, but turned aside and now cleared. This puck was floated up the middle by Madison Natter, but back into Delaware territory it goes, where Perez gains control and Hill works it up the right side to Izzy Camerata. She's sure to gain that center red line. Hens hustle off for a change. The first we see of the second grouping. Forwards and defenders Julia Janowski and Hope Menachilo on the wings, with Madeline Parmenter, a first-year Blue Hen from Middletown, Maryland, centering the second combination. Back on the defensive, Shaw Downing and Ella Herzog. Walhoff lofts the puck up the left wing boards ahead to Abby Rogers walking in. She tried to set up Bardwell cutting toward the net, but that centering pass was not to be. Working the puck clear was Janowski. It's poked ahead by Parmenter back into neutral territory. Madeline Parmenter trying to stick handle past Cora Williams to no avail. She dishes the puck off to her right and Hope Menachilo walking it in up the right wing boards for the Blue Hens. Menachilo almost in slow motion, circling behind the net, working this to the point where waiting is the North Carolinian Melanie Cartwright. This taken away and played up the far side by Briley Bedell. Back through neutral ice, and this goes behind the Delaware goal. Referee Stephanie Beeman waving off the icing. Breakout pass from Matone was intercepted by Herring. Herring steered to the far corner and separated from the puck by Alexa Pepper as we see the third line on for Delaware. Already just 2 minutes into the contest. Shot from the mid-slot off the stick of Pim Wilhelmi was steered wide by Rosenzweig for the first Liberty shot on goal of the afternoon. Matone clears. Wallace recovers. Cross-ice pass leaves the puck for Wilhelmi right in front of the Liberty bench. And the Flames dump and change. 2.5 minutes into a scoreless contest. Pepper failed to clear. This shot from in close off the Gwyn Donovan stick was high and wide off the back glass. Paige Luzon tries to push the rebound out, but it's held in by Sabrina Honeycutt of the Flames. Errant shot, puck ends up back near side. Natter could not maintain, neither could Donovan. This is taken away by Pepper. Jemiah Alexander pulls back into her own zone of the Philadelphian. Ricochets this off the near board. She tried to find C.C. Charles in neutral territory, but Charles lost her balance momentarily and thus couldn't maintain that path to the puck she'd initially established. Galitis turns the puck over under forechecking pressure from Charles. Hill, patrolling center, turns it back into the Liberty zone. Hens trying to set up more deliberately in the attacking zone. Unable to steal the puck from Madison Natter. Pasteur skates from below her own goal up the right side. Lost the puck in traffic, trying to drive it in from the far wall is Alexander. It's loose in front. Alexander turning, trying to get a shot away, but she's double-teamed to the low slot. This comes away off the stick of Allison Galitis, and she launches the puck clear. Batted down at center by Hill, and she has to chase it down inside her own blue line to recover. D-to-D pass to Perez. Up the middle, this comes tipped by Charles in over the Liberty blue line. A partial changing of the guard for the Blue Hens. Some fresh legs on Hill again, working from her own blue line. Stonewalled at center by Cora Williams from Katanning, Pennsylvania, in Armstrong County, just northeast of Pittsburgh. And here's Williams walking in up the left side. Centering pass, nobody home. The best chance was Abby Rogers on the doorstep, but she was taken out of position. Downing plays this up the near side. Menachilo bothered by Rogers. Parmenter tries to work free to no avail. Downing does clear. Puck bounces off the stick of Janowski, and Menachilo walks this just over the Liberty blue line, but two-ply defensive pressure nearly forced her to lose the zone. Support from Janowski, overpowered. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Flames, led by Wilhelmi. She's knocked off her feet, and our first penalty of the game comes 5 minutes into the proceedings. Let's see what we've got from Stephanie Beeman. Downing's off for a trip. So first PK of the game starting now. And this penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email MJR at 412communications.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 2, Shaw Downing. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes in the first period. Downing, 2 for tripping at 5 minutes. Holding center was Natter. Mishak back to Natter at the top of the zone. Donovan working the low slot. Honey cuts down low. And in the far corner on this power play unit for the Liberty Flames is Calissa Klein. Klein kicks this back to Natter, working the blue line. Stepping up, Alexander offers pressure. Mishak's shot from the left half wall was wide. 50 seconds gone on the Downing minor. Klein looks shot. Rosenzweig with the save. Follow-up chance on the doorstep. No, says Rosenzweig. So a pair of rapid-fire saves. And fresh legs all around as we take another look at this exchange on the 412 Communications instant replay. Natter fed the puck to Klein there, the initial shot. A couple in close. Off the rebound, trying to finish. Was Rogers, but ultimately to no avail. New set of attackers on for Liberty. Hard shot from Bardwell at the top of the slot was wide. Williams cycles this back to Walhoff. Shot was blocked. Williams gets the rebound. She tries to weave one in from just inside the right dot. Didn't have the line she'd hoped. 30 seconds remaining on the Downing penalty. There a shot from Wilhelmi, caught and held by Molly Rosenzweig to bring play to a halt with 13 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the first period and 27 seconds left on the Flames' one-woman advantage. New legs on, back to the top power play unit for the final seconds of this first Flames power play of the day. Klein around the horn to Natter. Puck thrown in traffic. It was blocked by Camerata, and muscling this free is Madeline Parmenter. Parmenter skates into a 1-on-2. Held up just inside the line by Klein and driven to the far corner. Blue Hens are back to full strength as Downing streaks over to the box, and taking her place is Alexa Pepper. Parmenter tied up in the near corner. We're just past the 7-minute mark of the opening period of play. Parmenter separated from the puck Pepper trying to get it back as Calissa Klein tried to work to the far side to establish some sort of breakout for the Flames. No scores yet here at Fred Rust Arena on this Sunday afternoon. Hill from the half wall regains the puck off her backhand. She shoots. She scores. Evie Hill said she was going to get a goal today, and by George, she does. Coming in from the left half wall, she corrals the puck off her backhand. And how she got it done from that angle, I have no idea. But my goodness gracious. Evie Hill answering the call for Delaware and giving the Blue Hens the early lead. A Delaware goal! First of the afternoon scored by number 7, Evie Hill. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 39 seconds in the first period. Hill's first unassisted at 7:39. And the turkey's on the table for the Hens to get another. As for the first time this afternoon, they head to the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The Liberty penalty was assessed to number 20, Ariana Pastor. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 8 seconds in the first period. Pastor, 2 for tripping at 8:08. So 22 seconds gone on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Blue Hens. We had a puck out of play, and now a determination as to where the faceoff needs to be spotted. It's going to stay inside as Beeman and Saracola determined that the puck was played out by a Liberty player. So the Hens power play unit consisting of Camerata, Charles, Alexander, Matone, and Cartwright. Bardwell stick handling deep in Delaware territory. Tries to float the puck toward the slot. Klein coming in from the left dot. Couldn't get stick on puck off that cross slot pass. Alexander lets this go, but it will come back an icing. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule your free consultation today. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG. Or visit injuryde.com. Half the penalty to Pastor has expired. Charles lost her footing behind the net, crossing over to the right point. Parmenter holds the zone for the Hens. Matone corrals a rolling puck. It's taken away from her and pushed to the far side. It was Cora Williams who recovered for the Flames. And now Wilhelmi on the run from the forechecking CC Charles as we come down to the final 15 seconds of this first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the day. No icing to contend with given the shorthanded situation, so Ella Herzog's going to have to carry this up ice to Parmenter. Tipped beyond the reach of Kate Walhoff, offering the defensive pressure And the Flames are back to full strength just beyond the midpoint of the first period. Delaware with a 1-0 lead thanks to Evie Hill's goal. 7 minutes and 39 seconds into this first period. Puck is tied up about 25 feet inside the Delaware blue line. They came out to the point, and the shot from Briley Bedell was easily turned aside by Rosenzweig for her 6th save on as many shots faced. Delaware has only got 2 shots on goal to this point. Hard one-timer from Kate Walhoff over the crossbar into the back glass. Rebound controlled by Mormon, far side. Her fellow countrywoman, Ariana Pasteur, could not maintain momentum for the Flames as the Hens collapse and get 4 defenders inside the slot. DeGracia from the top of the left circle sees her shot go wide. Cartwright recovers but does not clear. This was kicked down by Williams. At the top of the zone, fed in low to Abby Rogers. Rogers back up the far side. At the point is Madison Natter throwing the puck into traffic. It was blocked once, twice by Parmenter, and this time she works it clear. So the Hens warding off a host of pressure from the Flames for the past couple minutes. But as we work our way to the 12-minute mark of the opening period, the score remains Delaware 1, Liberty 0. Captain Ella Herzog plays this up the right side. Menachilo off her backhand. Could not advance the puck further to Pepper. That pass was intercepted. Here's Wilhelmi walking in. Cross slot pass. Wilhelmi got the puck back. Her shot covered and held by Molly Rosenzweig for a pause in play with 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go. In the first period of a 1-0 game, Rosenzweig 7 for 7 between the pipes. Delaware's Evie Hill, the lone goal scorer to this point. Hill in the far corner off the Delaware face-off win. Feeds to Alexa Pepper. Advanced further to Luzon. And up the left wing boards comes Jules Fuchs walking in to the Liberty zone. Her shot from the top of the left circle was high and wide. It ends up in the near corner. Fuchs chases it down, net front feed to Alexa Pepper. Crashing the net, she got stick on puck, but Mansevich responds with the pad save. Luzon back to center, recovers. This was thrown in from distance, turned aside by Mansevich. Mishak clears for the Flames. Hill on her horse, gets to the puck right at the goal line. Saracola waved off the icing. Hill attracted a pair of Liberty forecheckers and steered the puck behind the net, off the backboards. Luzon fails to clear. Donovan's going to walk it back in. Donovan slowed up by an Evie Hill stick check, recovers the puck in the far corner. This is worked around the horn to Briley Bedell, stepping up to the near half wall. Under pressure from Luzon, she threw the puck into a congested slot. Nobody home except the defensive-minded Amelie Perez to recover for the Blue Hens. And this puck is sent back up ice. Enough time for Delaware to get some fresh legs on as we come to the final 6.5 minutes of the first period. Delaware 1-0 over Liberty after a 7-3 win here on home ice last night. That followed a 5-2 Long Island win over Delaware's NCAA women's team. So while 2 games in, the NCAA women from the first state still looking for that elusive first win. Meanwhile, the ACHA women are 2-0. And so far, so good on this Sunday afternoon. Alexander, cross-ice feed to Camerata. She bobbled the puck after gaining the zone. It was recovered by Mormon, walked in, but she was outnumbered. Along with Galitas, those two coming into a trio of Delaware defenders. 5:35 remaining. In opening period play, Downing backhands the puck behind her goal around the far side. Alexander couldn't chase it down. Crossing over for Liberty from the point was Captain Hunter DeGracia, native of Scottsdale, Arizona, just outside Phoenix. DeGracia just held the point off that failed Delaware clear. Puck was loose in front. Downing reaching for it after boxing out Pasteur for the path of the puck. but Downing could not clear. The Canadian Mormon holds the left point, but she gives the puck away to Herzog, who kicks it forward up the right wing boards. Enough to gain center. Williams recovers for the Flames. She's got time and space, but she's into a 1-on-3. Hard shot was rushed thanks to pressure from Downing. It ricocheted off the backboards, and it's walked up now the left side by Madeline Parmenter, getting Delaware some momentum, but she's stood up at the Liberty blue line. Hens change up as well inside the final 5 minutes of the first period. The drop pass from Cora Williams to Bardwell. Puck left farther back to the left point, and Kelsey Barta, the Californian, threw it in wide of the far post. Here now is Williams working the half wall, far side. Puck loose in front. Rosenzweig bats it away. Looming on the doorstep was Bardwell in search of that loose puck. She couldn't get there in time. Driving it in from the point was Woloff, but a glove save from Molly Rosenzweig keeps the Flames scoreless with 4:16 to go in the first period of a 1-0 hockey game. Delaware setting the tone with the Evie Hill goal, and now backing it up with solid defense to ward off some pretty stern Liberty chances. Flames control off the ensuing draw. Mishak set up Bedell. Her shot from distance was wide. Wilhelmi, hassled by Matone, now pressured by Parmenter. This was left back to Bedell at the point, to Wilhelmi. Shot from distance, steered wide in net front traffic. Herring drops the puck off to Natter, working the left point. And the Floridian drives her way in. She tried to center to Herring, but amid heavy net front congestion, that puck was tipped away. 3.5 minutes to go in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena. Pim Wilhelmi, double teamed by a pair of Blue Hen forecheckers. She had support from Klein working back just beyond center before Perez stripped the puck from her. This is left back to Evie Hill. Advanced up the middle to Pepper, but she was confronted by a host of red sweaters. Back this comes to Perez at her own blue line. Up the middle. She could not connect with Pepper. Puck bounced off her stick. It ends up in the control of Madison Natter just inside the Liberty line. Flames looking for their first goal of the afternoon yet as we enter the antepenultimate minute of the first period. 2-on-2 this Liberty attack. The shot from Klein. Stopped by Rosenzweig, but the rebound is in. So the Blue Hens give one up as Gwyn Donovan tracks down the loose puck off the Rosenzweig save. And she puts back the rebound at 17-17. To make this all square at one. Joe Duca pleading his case. Looks like he's thinking crease violation or something. But not the case, and here we go with the resumption of play. Flames battling net front, and after Gwyn Donovan from Bel Air, Maryland, just down the road. Not just her first of the afternoon, we are all square. Liberty goal, her first of the afternoon, scored by number 11, Gwyn Donovan. Assisted by number 58, Sabrina Honeycutt, and number 33, Calissa Klein. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period. Donovan's first from Honeycutt and Klein at 17-17. Downing across the line to Herzog. Shot in traffic was blocked. The clearing attempt from Pasteur was slowed up, but this puck will be carried up the middle by Ella Moorman and right into the Delaware zone. She dumps it into the far corner. Partial change. Moorman pursuing. Meanwhile, Camerata off the feed from Charles. Gets momentum going from left to right again for the Blue Hens. Bardwell kept high in the zone by Parmenter. Puck is dropped off to Kate Walhoff working the left point, but her shot was off its mark. Alexander recovers. Alexander clears. Walhoff recovering at center for the Flames. Advances the puck to Rogers, who pushes it in over the Delaware line momentarily, but the Hens counter. Camerata and Walhoff pursue the puck in the far corner of the Liberty zone. Williams tied up by Janowski as we come to the final 75. Prolonged puck battle goes Delaware's way as Matone holds the point. Cross-ice feed to her D partner in Melanie Cartwright, but she topped her shot from distance, and this ends up in the near corner. We've entered the final minute of play in the first period from Fred Rust Arena. Backhand from Kate Walhoff sends the puck from her own blue line all the way up ice, and it will come back an icing. With 50 seconds to go in this opening period of action from Fred Rust Arena on this Sunday afternoon. Third line on for the Blue Hens. Luzon, Fuchs, and Pepper. Cartwright and Matone holding down the back end. And now a prolonged discussion in front of the Liberty bench between the Flames assistant coach and referee Stephanie Beeman. And it looks like we're back ready to resume play. If anything, a chance for the Flames 5 to catch their breath, since they're unable to change on an icing. Jules Fuchs sends the puck across ice. Cartwright steps up at the point, and she drives this into the near corner. Natter took it away for the Flames. Walhoff plays this up the near boards, but not out. Cartwright, I thought, held the point, but she was overpowered by Williams. Here's a 2-on-1 for Liberty. Williams scores. "15 seconds to go. Williams goes top shelf. And the Flames have taken the lead. Here's another look at how it materialized. Williams pitches this over. Cartwright walks in from the blue line and gets her first of the afternoon with 15.1 seconds to go. Liberty goal, first of the afternoon, scored by number 44, Cora Williams, assisted by number 7, Kate Walhoff. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 44 seconds in the first period. Williams is first from Walhoff at 19:44. The score at the end of one period, Liberty Flames 2, Delaware Blue Hens 1. We'll be back after the intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. It's that woman right there, Evie Hill, who opened the scoring for the Blue Hens 7 minutes and 39 seconds into the contest. Working the puck up the left wing boards, that after Molly Rosenzweig making some key saves early. But the tone has certainly shifted here toward the end of the first period as Cora Williams with that top shelf wrist shot with 15.1 seconds to go in the first gave the Liberty Flames a 2-1 lead. As we come back to start period number 2. Stephanie Beeman set to drop the puck on this middle period. And here we go. The 20s square off for the opening face-off of this middle frame. Pastor and Charles. Delaware moving from right to left here in the second period. Liberty in their away red kits moving left to right the way we see it from the 412 Communications press box. Perez floated the puck in up the right wing boards. It was steadied by Mansevich behind her own goal. And now carried up the left side but not out by Galaitis. Alexander recovers in neutral ice. Cross ice feed near side. Coming to Izzy Camerata. Camerata hard shot from the top of the left circle. Caught and held by Mansevich. Fresh legs on for both sides. 38 seconds into this second period. And on we go to the right of Mansevich with the Flames corralling the puck behind their own goal. This is played out up the right side by Cora Williams and advanced over the Liberty blue line by Rogers. Holding for the Hens at their line was Madeline Parmenter. First-year Blue Hen. Flanked by Menachilo and Janowski on the second combination of Delaware forwards. Williams to Rogers, thrown off the near boards. Trying to carry this in was Emma Bardwell. Lost control of the puck, tried to bat it toward the Delaware cage to no avail. There, a hard shot from Herring, turned aside by Rosenzweig. 105 seconds into this second period. Julia Janowski double-teamed right in front of the scorer's box, works the puck ahead to Parmenter. Parmenter slowed up by the reaching stick of Patricia Mishak. Good lift there from the Michigander to force the Delaware turnover. And the Hens recover at center for the dump and change. Fuchs off her backhand, holds center point. She tries to roll the puck in low to Alexa Pepper, who is canceled out. Puck is loose in front, picked up by Wilhelmi before Luzon could get to it for Delaware. Here's a 2-on-2 Liberty counterattack led by Wilhelmi. Shot was wide, she attacking together with Mishak, but to no avail. Race for a loose puck just beyond red this side. And Fuchs could not get there in time. Offering support was Janowski, driving the puck back in behind the Liberty goal. Barta cannot clear. Kaylee Merkel tied up, trying to hold the right point. She lost her footing and pile driving through up the left side for Liberty. That was Kelsey Barta, the native of Oceanside, California. But her shot from point-blank range was well wide. And the Hens will change again after dumping the puck into the Liberty zone. Takeaway by C.C. Charles after Klein failed to clear. Charles' shot off the near frame of the cage. She chases down a rebound. She stick handles to get some space, and she leaves this to Evie Hill working the left point. Her shot from distance blocked by Klein. It comes back to the left point of Jemiah Alexander. To Hill in close. Shot from the dot. Sticked up in the atmosphere. Rebound is in. Delaware have tied it up. Or have they? We're going to get the word here from Anthony Saracola. And it looks like we do have a good goal. Here it comes again on the 412 Communications instant replay. Camerata going to get credit for it. Was it Camerata or was it Charles? Downstairs saying C.C. Charles. We're going to take another look on the 412 Communications instant replay. And that does go to C.C. Charles. For her first of the afternoon. A Delaware goal! Her first of the afternoon, scored by number 20, C.C. Charles. Assisted by number 93, Izzy Camerata. And number 7, Evie Hill. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 30 seconds in the second period. Charles is first from Camerata and Hill at 3:30. Graphics didn't want to behave there momentarily, but all all sorted out now. As you see, CeCe Charles getting her first of the year to tie this game up. 3.5 minutes into the second period. Found that loose puck in the Liberty crease and banged home the rebound of what initially was an Evie Hill shot from the left half wall, and we're all tied up 2-aside. Net front feed to Mishak. Turned aside by Rosenzweig. Here a wide shot from Wilhelmi in the mid slot, sailing into the near corner. Coming to the 6-minute mark of the second period, puck is tied up right in front of the Liberty bench, and now recovered by Herzog in the near corner of the Blue Hen zone. She's got some support now from Janowski. Natter holding the point for the Flames. Donovan's shot from in close was just off its mark. Looked like Rosenzweig got some of it though. Menachilo to Parmenter, and here come the Hens on the offensive. Parmenter one-on-one, got around a defender, split the wickets on the second. Kate Walhoff to chase the puck down below the goal. Couldn't set up Fuchs, crashing the top of the slot, and this is taken away by Honeycutt. Advanced decline, squaring up for the initial save was Rosenzweig, but she gave up a lot of net at the opposite side for a potential rebound chance. Fuchs takes this away. Honeycutt protecting the right point for Liberty. Another Klein shot. This one squeaks under the glove of Rosenzweig. It was wide. Parmenter clears. Walhoff swarmed by a pair of Delaware forecheckers. Leaves the puck ahead to Galitis. Advanced through neutral territory to Honeycutt to Klein. Wide of the post. Puck ricochets off the backboards to the far side, and Luzon's got a 3-on-1 if she hurries. Paige Luzon. Drop pass to Fuchs. Shot. Held on by Mansevich for a pause and play with 12:48 to go in the second of this 2-2 hockey game. We'll give it another look. Odd woman rush for the Blue Hens. And Fuchs' shot right into the breadbasket of Mansevich, who held for the pause. Big guns on for the Blue Hens. Charles overpowered, and Cora Williams sends this puck over the glass and out. This will stay inside the Liberty zone with 12:41 to go in the second period. Liberty out shooting the Hens 16-8, but the score is even 2-aside. Charles gives way to Rogers in the far face-off circle, but CeCe Charles gets the puck back. Support from Camerata. Those two looking to combine again for a go-ahead goal to no avail as this is poked out of harm's way by Bardwell. And Rogers will carry this as far as the blue line up the right side before she's swarmed by the Delaware pair of Charles and Alexander. Hill reaching for the puck just inside her own blue line under pressure from Williams. Carries it across neutral ice before she's slowed up by Barta right at the Liberty line. Here's Charles on the re-entry. Hill chasing down the puck. Solid 200-foot defender. Spent plenty of time last year stepping into the forward role when this Delaware team was plagued with injuries. So Evie Hill very capable in all three zones. Here trailing back to the low slot is Amelie Perez. Reaches for the puck, but her breakout attempt up the far dashers was slowed up by Mishak in Liberty Red. Perez protecting, trying to find Alexander, but failed. 8.5 minutes gone here in second period play. 2-2 the score from Fred Rust Arena on this Sunday afternoon. Make it 3-2. As a rocket from the left corner. Off the stick of Wilhelmy gives the Flames the lead. Here it comes again. Pim Wilhelmy putting on the brakes. About 20 feet above the goal line and going top shelf to beat Rosenzweig and make this a 3-2 game. Flames with the advantage. Liberty goal, first of the afternoon, scored by number 16, Pim Wilhelmy. Time of the unassisted goal, 8 minutes 41 seconds in the second period. Wilhelmy unassisted at 8:41. And this will come back an icing against the Flames with just under half the period expired. Third line on, Pepper taking the draw. And Pepper taking the shot after Fuchs got the puck back to her, but it was right into Mancevich's leg pads. Flames clear. And now Walhoff recovers in her own zone. D-to-D pass. This is tipped up ice by Pastor. Ahead to Galitis. Galitis into a 1-on-3. Steered to the far corner by Downing. She tried to center. Fuchs tries to clear to no avail as Briley Bedell steps up from the left point to hold the zone for the Flames. This taken away ultimately by Pepper and batted out of harm's way by Fuchs, who offers forechecking resistance now to Kate Walhoff. Walhoff behind her own net. Pressured by Pepper. Advances the puck to Klein, and now Honeycutt carries it out of the zone. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Flames as Honeycutt's forced to put on the brakes by Ella Herzog, pinching her to the near wall, right at the Delaware blue line. Volleyed back from right to left, thrown by Walhoff off the far glass. In behind the Delaware goal. An awkward change for the Flames as Emma Wallace lost her footing right in front of the bench. Took a few seconds to get back up on her feet. Downing angles in front of Honeycutt to get to the puck in the near corner of her own zone, but she couldn't carom it clear. Downing with the block off that failed centering pass from Gwyn Donovan. Here's Downing again. Playing the puck off the far boards and ahead to Paige Luzon, who leads the Hens up ice. 2-on-2. Fuchs fans on the puck right at the blue line. And Delaware will get some fresh legs on as we enter the 12th minute of the second period. Charles accelerates up the left wing boards. Alexander stays on side for the entry. Charles shot off the pads of Mancevich. Camerata couldn't crash the net to put a rebound chance back. This comes back to Merkel, holding the blue line for Delaware. Alexander back to Matone. Advanced up the left side. Here's Charles again, together with Camerata 2-on-2. Izzy Camerata tried to switch over to her forehand in the high slot. Natter stayed right with her and disrupted that move. And here come the Flames again. Walhoff to Herring up the right wing boards. That breakout pass beyond the reach of Sasha Herring. And hustling back into the Delaware end was the Philadelphian Jemiah Alexander to recover for the ladies in white and blue. Inside 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Liberty 3-2 over Delaware. They've traded goals. Cece Charles getting her first at 3:30. Responding for the Flames was Pim Wilhelmy, the Tennessee native, scoring at 8:41. And the whistle of Anthony Saracola sounds to bring play to a halt. With 7:43 to go, let's see what he's got. Just a garden variety offside here against the Delaware Blue Hens. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next special event. Family gathering, team dinner, whatever the case might be. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Menachilo brings the puck behind the net around to the near half wall where Janowski was tied up. Wallace turned and shot, but the puck never made it to the top of the blue paint. Menachilo pushes this free up the far side, chased down by Wallace, who skates a tight circle behind her own goal. And pressure from Janowski forced a turnover on the breakout. Walking in, Parmenter tried to jam the puck past Mancevic on the doorstep, but could not do so. Menachilo trying to extract it from a pack behind the net. This two-a-side battle prolonged. Puck is now loose. Trying to kick it free and get to it is Parmenter, and she does. Parmenter running into even more resistance up the far boards. Fuchs coming to her aid. A pair of Flames battling for the puck. It's popped up in the atmosphere, and Pasteur tries to stick it away. It's taken away from her by Jules Fuchs, but the shot goes up into the rafters and out of play with 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware trying to generate some chances, but still it's the Flames with the upper hand, leading 3-2. New vulcanized rubber being brought onto the surface of play. And the face-off occurring to the left of Mancevic goes the way of the Blue Hens and first-year center Alexa Pepper. Fuchs up the wall to Hill. Shot from distance, ends up in traffic. It bounces off the stick of Walhoff into the far corner, where it's chased down by Bedell. Bedell to Klein, on to Gwyn Donovan. Klein from the right dot, shot. Rosenzweig with the save. Puck bounces up to the top of the near circle, where it's recovered by Sabrina Honeycutt. Flames doing a good job of creating traffic in front. Rosenzweig coming up with a save here, denying Klein from the bottom of the far circle, home base in referee parlance. 5.5 to go in the second. Puck is tied up to the right of Molly Rosenzweig, who stopped 17 of 20 shots faced to this point in the hockey game. Puck comes loose, make it 18 of 21, as Klein couldn't get to her from the bottom of the right circle a second time. Honeycutt, centering pass. Klein got stick on puck, but didn't have the angle. Williams leaves this to Walhoff at the point. Long shot was blocked. Walhoff gets the puck back, and she tries to walk it in, but Perez steers her to the far corner. So Walhoff now on her backhand, hassled yet by Pepper. Cycles to Bedell. This beyond the reach of Bardwell, and behind the cage, again it goes to Walhoff. Williams, shot from distance, and she scores. Cora Williams with her second, and the Flames extend their lead to 2. It was the setup from Kate Walhoff. In the corner that ultimately got the puck to Williams for that shot. And her second of the afternoon. Liberty goal, her second of the afternoon. Scored by number 44, Cora Williams. Assisted by number 7, Kate Walhoff, and number 4, Emma Bardwell. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 16 seconds in the second period. Williams is second from Walhoff and Bardwell at 15-16. Barta pulls back to her own line. Wilhelmi to DeGracia. She turns the puck over and neutral ice. Downing throws this in from the blue line. Hens change. Camerata staying on to try to wreak some forechecking havoc to no avail. Flames bulldoze back in just over the Delaware blue line before the tandem of Cartwright and Janowski push play back into neutral ice. Wilhelmi looking for her second. Slaps the puck off the backboards. That enables the Flames to get some fresh legs on. Meanwhile, Herring works below the cage. She tried to set up a net front opportunity. Nobody there. Inside the final 3 minutes, Janowski does clear, but she gives the puck away to Natter right at center. This is rolled by Matone. A few feet up the far boards at the base of the Liberty bench. Puck is extracted. And it was shoveled by Donovan over to Klein, who gets it back from Wallace. The Klein shot in traffic was turned aside. Klein gets it back. She walks into the slot. Batted down hard by Rosenzweig and away. Klein again. Winds up from center point. That puck was blocked in traffic and now controlled by Delaware's Grace Matone, but she gave it up. Honeycutt, hard shot from the mid-slot off that D-zone turnover. Could have been more costly than it was, as Sabrina Honeycutt had every chance to make that a third Liberty goal this period. Inside the final 2, Williams' backhand was intercepted. Muscling this out is Madeline Parmenter. Parmenter switching gears in the neutral zone. She bulldozes her way in over the line, draws the penalty, and the turkey's on the table for the Blue Hens as they head back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Great stick-to-itiveness there from Parmenter. To maintain her momentum as long as possible. And the Hens are justly rewarded with a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities at desportsmed.com. Liberty penalty assessed to number 58, Sabrina Honeycutt. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Honeycutt 2 for tripping at 18:18. Now 72 seconds to go. Here in second period play, Camerata through the gauntlet, slowed up by DeGracia. Puck ends up in the near corner. She gets it back. Amelie Perez throws this in from center point, turned aside by Mansevich for save number 10. Here's Hill on the re-entry. Shot wide from 35 feet. And covering up for the pause is Abby Mansevich. Only 12 shots on goal from Delaware, 7 here this period, in addition to their 5 of the first. And the face-off comes now to the left of Mansevich as the second power play wave comes on for the Blue Hens. Herzog set up Downing, trying to get one in close net front. Pepper threw one on the pads of Mansevich. Nobody home for the rebound putback. Final 20. Herzog and Wilhelmi in a race to the puck. Wilhelmi changes direction quickly. Now she's swarmed by Downing, who takes over. Final 10. Downing to Luzon. Up the right side came Pepper. Slowed up, but she gained the red line and got the puck in deep. This will be chased down by Emma Wallace, and she will bring period number 2 to its conclusion. The score through 40 minutes: Liberty Flames 4, Delaware Blue Hens 2. Back after the second intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back in to Fred Rust Arena. A 4-2 game heading to the third period. C.C. Charles tied it up for Delaware 3.5 minutes into the second. But then it was Pim Wilhelmy at 8:41 and Cora Williams at 15:16. Both stick side, both top shelf to beat Molly Rosenzweig and make this a 3-2 and then a 4-2 hockey game. Delaware will have 18 seconds left on a Delaware Sports Medicine power play to kick off the third period. Puck is down, they're off. Alexander from deep in her own zone, accelerating up the left boards. Turning the puck over, trying to feed it to Herzog. Here's Alexander walking in, backhand. Couldn't get the shot away. She throws one in. from the goal line extended. This is covered up by Mansevich, and we've got a pause. So if anything, the Hens establishing an attacking zone faceoff position for the restart of play. Although we're back to 5-on-5. And Delaware will rendered fruitless on their second Delaware Sports Medicine power play. They do maintain positive momentum from right out the gate. Downing off the Menachilo setup was wide. Parmenter hassled in the near corner by Bedell. Puck taken away, cleared off the far boards, held in by Herzog. And now Kate Walhoff recovering for Liberty will play it up the near side. Downing takes it away from Donovan. Menachilo tried to jam one home on the welcome mat to no avail as Mansevich comes up with save number 13. Flames clear. Puck is pushed from blue line to blue line by Sabrina Honeycutt, but Downing slowed her up at the Delaware blue line. Driving in Klein up the right side. Stops in the corner. She tried to feed a centering pass to Honeycutt, who was taken off her feet, confronted by Downing in the low slot. Here's Menachilo the other way. Looking forehand wrist shot at the top of the slot, but she skated headlong into a 1-on-4. Here's Williams catching the Hens in a change breakaway shot. Score. Cora Williams, the Katanning, Pennsylvania native, puts a bow on a Sunday hat trick. And it's now 5-2 Liberty. Particulars forthcoming. Fuchs ruled off for a trip 7 seconds after the resumption of play. And the door does not want to open for the Delaware penalty box, so referee Stephanie Beeman coming to the aid of Jules Fuchs as the Hens go on the PK. Here once again, now down by 3. It was Honeycutt with the assist. On the Cora Williams goal at 1:40. Now we've got the particulars. Here we go. Liberty goal. Liberty goal, third of the afternoon. We'll be interrupted by that as the Flames strike on the power play. And here a backhander from Sasha Herring gets past Rosenzweig. To make this a 6-2 contest. Timeout, Delaware. Liberty's 5th goal, third of the game, scored by number 44, Cora Williams, assisted by number 58, Sabrina Honeycutt. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 40 seconds in the third period. Williams is third from Honeycutt at 1:40. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 3, Jules Fuchs, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 1 minute, 47 seconds in the third period. Fuchs, 2 for tripping at 1:47. Liberty's sixth goal, first of the afternoon, scored by number 46, Sasha Herring, assisted by number 4, Emma Bardwell. Time of the power play goal, 2 minutes 17 seconds in the third period. Herring's first from Bardwell at 2:17, a power play goal. So 4 unanswered Liberty goals have tilted the ice squarely in the Flames' favor. Parmenter changes direction in the near corner. Downing floats this in from the near point. Back below the cage it goes to Parmenter, steered behind her back. Menachilo could not get to the puck. Her stick was held by DeGracia. And play is halted by Saracola. Hunter DeGracia off for holding. This was 16:46 to go. And the Blue Hens are back on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities to help you achieve peak performance and lead a healthier lifestyle at desportsmed.com. The Liberty penalty was assessed to number 94, Hunter DeGracia. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 14 seconds of the third period. DeGracia, 2 for holding at 3:14. Delayed offside against the Hens, and then a subsequent stoppage coming with 16:12 to go. And we'll see what ultimately comes of this with 1:26 remaining on the DeGracia penalty. Called offside, and play resumes just above the Liberty line. Alexander to Charles out of the zone. She shovels the puck up the left wing boards. It skitters back into the path of Natter. Those navy blue numbers on the red sleeves with white piping. Mighty difficult to read from distance on those Liberty sweaters. Kaylee Merkel hustles back deep into the Delaware end. She advances the puck to Parmenter. Parmenter working with Charles and Camerata. Now Charles heads off, fresh legs on as we come to the final 30 of this Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Natter swats the puck out of harm's way up the far side. Matone tried to hold the zone. Now it's carried on by Williams, but a stick check disrupts her progress right at the Liberty blue line. Amelie Perez pulls back into her own end. To Hill. Hill tied up by Walhoff on her way toward the cage. Loose puck is knocked free by Gwen Donovan on her horse to try to generate a breakaway. 2 defenders trailing her. Donovan taken down, and the Hens will go on the PK. With 14 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Stephanie Beeman ringing up Pepper. for the hooking minor at 5:23. And back on the PK go these Blue Hens, with a 4-goal deficit staring them down and time ticking away. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 10, Alexa Pepper. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 23 seconds in the third period. Pepper, 2 for hooking at 5:23. A Rosenzweig save brings play to a halt with 14:10 to go. Bardwell, shot from the top of the circle, was blocked by Camerata. Rogers couldn't get past on the doorstep. Six and a half minutes gone to the third period. Wilhelmy with a cross-ice pass to Calissa Klein, who had some help from Herring on her way back into the Delaware zone. Camerata takes the puck away, but she could not clear. Klein gets it back to Natter. To Herring in the slot. Back it comes to Natter working the left point. Camerata steps up to engage her. Klein the recipient of the drop pass. Cross-ice feed to Herring, puck taken away and backhanded up the far side by Downing, but not out. 10 seconds left on the Pepper penalty. Long shot from Madison Natter, wide of the far post. Klein gets this down low, unable to handle the puck cleanly was Donovan. Herzog looking for space, and the Hens are back to full strength, but they still trail 4 with 12:23 to go. The Camerata shot just after gaining the right point was steered wide. And this will be an icing. The Delaware women are back in action on Saturday when they host the Panthers of the University of Pittsburgh. Game time from Gold Arena will be 11:30 a.m. And we'll have it all for you right here on the Delaware Hockey Network as part of a split Saturday doubleheader that also features the Delaware Men's Division I Blue Hens hosting the Ice Pack of North Carolina State University. That game at 7:15. Full broadcast schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. Luzon pressured by the forechecking Ariana Pastor. Could not maintain possession and control. DeGracia at the Liberty blue line recovers. Cross-ice feed to Pastor, but she was outnumbered at the Delaware blue line. She chips the puck just over the stripe and heads off for a change herself. Here's Fuchs the other way. Out-angled to the puck by Cora Williams, who's got a hat trick for the Liberty Flames, accounting for 3 of their 6 goals. The others belong to Donovan, Herring, and DeGracia. Correction. And Wilhelmy. There we go. Puck was out of play with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Face-off will occur just above the Liberty bench. Hill drops this back in the bench, and the face-off will come now to center. .10:46 remaining. Wilhelmi walking in. Too much loft. Puck ends up in the far corner off that close-range shot. Here's Charles the other direction, dropping the puck off to Camerata. She took aim from the top of the right circle. Mansevich got a piece of the puck, and this is pushed clear up the far boards. Hill pressured by Bardwell. Steered the puck back toward the Liberty blue line where it was recovered by Herring. This is Wilhelmi shooting from the top of the left circle. Rosenzweig with the glove save, and she hangs on. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities, including his new membership program. Visit desportsmed.com. Janowski slow back to her feet. And she will lumber back to the Delaware bench with 9:56 to go. Here in this 6-2 hockey game, Flames with the advantage. Draw coming to the left of Mansevich. Puck covered again by the Export Pennsylvania native, and the faceoff will come to her left with 9:48 remaining. Pepper, Luzon, and Fuchs, the forwards on for Delaware right now. Sasha Herring coming in for the draw for the Liberty side. Here's Wilhelmi chipping the puck off the left wing boards, but she's slowed up by Downing at the blue line. That enables Ella Herzog to take a direct path to the puck in the near corner, but she's double-teamed by a pair of Liberty forecheckers. Now Pepper trying to extract the puck from the pack as this prolonged battle ultimately goes Delaware's way. Herzog risks the puck to Pepper, who pushes it up the near boards, but it's held in at the point by DeGracia. In low it goes to Wilhelmi, trying to wrap round and get one past Rosenzweig, and the Flames do. A mess of red sweaters in low. And Herring's going to lead the handshake cue past the bench as this becomes a 7-2 hockey game. Indeed, it was Sasha Herring getting her second. And Pim Wilhelmi getting the lone helper on the goal as the Flames extend their lead to 5. So a split looking like all the Hens will be able to muster this weekend, but time is yet to run out. There's Menachila, or rather there's Camerata from the top of the slot, but her shot was waffle boarded wide by Mansevich. Liberty goal, second of the game, scored by number 46, Sasha Herring. Assisted by number 16, Pim Wilhelmi. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 51 seconds in the third period. Herring second from Wilhelmi at 10:51. And Williams just potted her fourth and made it look mighty easy. Puck was turned over by Kaylee Merkel at the right point as Williams steps up to aggressively confront her, and she walks the puck the rest of the way in. For number 4 of the afternoon, and for Liberty, that is their 8th. Liberty goal, 4th of the game, scored by number 44, Cora Williams. Time of the unassisted goal, 11 minutes, 47 seconds in the third period. Williams is 4th unassisted at 11:47. A more than respectable start for this Delaware side, but the proverbial wheels falling off the axles here as we come to the final 7:20. As the Hens have given up 6 unanswered. 3 of those coming from Cora Williams, the Katanning, PA native, who's accounted for half of the Flames' offensive productivity. The confluence of routes 28, 66, and 422. In the foothills of western Pennsylvania. And from those humble roots, Cora Williams comes barreling into Delaware at a pot 4 on Molly Rosenzweig. This is an icing. Again, we'll do it all again on Saturday. Split doubleheader for us on the Delaware Hockey Network. 11:30 a.m., Delaware ACHA Women versus Pitt. 7:15 p.m., Delaware ACHA Men's Division I squad taking on North Carolina State. Full broadcast schedule is always available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. And wouldn't you know it, we very well may have Studio One back in rotation next weekend. 6:15 remaining. Face-off coming to the right. Of Mansevich. Parmenter hassled by Walhoff at the far boards. Centering pass was cleared out by Walhoff, recovered by Herzog at the blue line. Parmenter chips the puck beyond the reach of Walhoff, but she's met by the shoulder of Rogers, pinning her to the far corner boards. Staying with the play, Parmenter gets the puck to Izzy Camerata. Close-up shot, saved by Mansevich. That was her 20th save, that's right, on 22 total shots. We've made it to the final 5.5. Williams looking for her 5th. Slap shot over the crossbar. Camerata recovering the puck, now works this up the right side. Here's a 2-on-2 for Delaware. Camerata pressured by Barta. Couldn't get a quality shot away. Klein recovers and circles behind her own goal. We've entered the final 5 minutes of play from Fred Rust Arena. Klein near side. Angles toward the slot. Advances the puck to Donovan, crashing the net, but her momentum carried her below the goal. Donovan leaves this high. Barta confronted by Pepper, who blocked the shot right on the release. Charles floats this across ice to Hope Menachilo, right in front of the Liberty bench, but she's stripped of the puck as soon as she gained the zone by Donovan. We come to the final 4 minutes and 12 seconds from Fred Rust. Hill holding the point. Throws the puck into traffic. Menachilo got stick on puck, but directed it to the far corner. And this is pushed out of her reach now by Kelsey Barta. Hill from the point. Throws one through a congested slot. On the doorstep was Parmenter, but she couldn't direct the puck past. Natter walks up the left wall. Gains the center line before carrying the puck in low. Charlie Randazzo has taken over the goaltending duties for Delaware after Rosenzweig's early third period struggles. Here's a 3-on-2 for Liberty, led by Pasteur. Hill steers her below the goal after angling her to the far corner. Pasteur out the left side to DeGracia. Thrown in from the point. Sticked away by Randazzo. The first-year Blue Hen from Port Washington, New York, out on Long Island. Final 3 minutes. Hill to Fuchs. Tied up at the half wall, coming to her aid is Parmenter, kicking the puck back below the cage again. Hill to Perez this time with space up the right side, and Perez clears. Fuchs bobbled the puck. Sasha Herring pounces and recovers, and now skates a circle through the neutral zone before a stick check from Cece Charles slows her up at the blue line, and this will be called offside. 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in regulation from Fred Rust Arena. Face-off coming right in front of the Delaware bench. And going the way of the Blue Hens ultimately. Charles from below the net plays this up to Herzog, who's held on to at the point. Clearing for the Flames was Wilhelmi. Alexander back in her own zone under forechecking pressure from Mishak. Will bob and weave her way through traffic and regain the Liberty line. We enter the final 2 minutes of the contest. It is an 8-2 Liberty lead from Fred Rust Arena. Backhand shot coming from Charles, held on to by Mansevich for the save. Final minute 50 upon us. Delaware have burned their timeout. And this contest is certainly going to be one that Delaware is going to want to study and take some notes in preparation for Saturday's meeting with Pitt. Definitely some bright points, but defensive breakdowns have been no friend of the Blue Hens. The Natter shot was wide as we come to the final minute and change. Randazzo with the stick save here. DeGrazia across to Wallace, up the right side. Klein marked by Downing. Downing tries to pitch the puck free. Fuchs finds Parmenter, who walks it into a one-on-one. She's stonewalled in the neutral zone. And we've got a whistle with 36 seconds remaining. Wallace ruled off for a hook at 19:24. And that will open the door for one last Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Blue Hens. Aiming to at the least end on a positive note. The Liberty penalty was assessed to number 49, Emma Wallace, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 24 seconds in the third period. Wallace, 2 for hooking at 19:24. Camerata off the feed from Alexander. Couldn't get stick on puck down low. Charles recovers to Merkel. In close. Alexander off the cross lot pass from Camerata. Couldn't get stick on puck. The horn sounds, and that, friends, will do it from Fred Rust Arena. Today's final score, Liberty University Flames 8. University of Delaware Blue Hens 2. Final shots on goal, Liberty 34, Delaware 23. Fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Today's third star with 21 saves in net for Liberty, number 27, Abby Mansevich. The number 2 star with 2 goals for Liberty, number 46, Sasha Herring. And the number 1 star of the game with 4 of Liberty's 8 goals, from Katanning, Pennsylvania, number 44, Cora Williams. And that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network on this Sunday afternoon. A tour de force from Liberty's Cora Williams, accounting for 4 of the Flames' 8 goals, as they will head back to Lynchburg with a weekend sweep. No, not a weekend sweep, a weekend split, I should say, with the Blue Hens. And both sides will meet at center ice for a shared prayer. And we will bid you adieu from Fred Rust Arena after this 8-2 defeat. Handed the Blue Hens by the Liberty Flames, who head back to Virginia 1-1 on the season. Delaware dropping to 2-1-0 on this young season. For the entire crew, for Lena Murto, for Eli Swope, for assistant producers Broadway Joe Sindoni and Trey Wright, for co-executive producer Molly Jo Rosen, James Witherite saying thanks for your company this afternoon. The Delaware Hockey Network is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications LLC, and it's brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long. One last time, today's final score, Liberty 8, Delaware 2. We'll see you again Saturday from Gold Arena, game time 11:30, as these same Blue Hen ladies will take on the Panthers of the University of Pittsburgh.